Hey everyone, Brian with you from TheGameCommon. We're continuing with our AI-only Spring 2020 Championship Series. We are in Group 1. We got Poland, Aztec, Japan, Persia, Khmer, Egypt, Victoria, Scythia, and Sumeria, all battling for supremacy. And let's hop in. First episode, England wasn't doing too well. Oh gosh, I restarted the game. This sucks. This is the one thing I hate about the mod. I don't know why it does this. I don't know if we really need auto-intern, because I'm pretty sure it just keeps going. But anyway, so Persia's working on Bologna. After that, we're going to see whether or not they're going to push towards Sumeria. Sumeria is currently dealing with a massive barbarian influx. Khmer and Scythia are actually pretty friendly, even though they're butting up against each other's borders, but they have been fighting barbarians together, so we'll see what ends up happening there. Khmer actually is looking a little weak, so don't know if Scythia is going to end up pushing them, but we shall see. The other option, too, for Persia is they could come and invade England, who is looking really, really weak, especially after they lost that one province to Poland, or rather that one city province. A little different. Bologna still hasn't fallen, and in fact, they might be able to hold out here a little bit longer, because they got the crossbow, and they still have the walls, and you can only really attack two at a time. It's gonna fall. I think it's just a matter of time, but we'll see. And then over here we have Egypt. Is Egypt still fighting Montezuma? They were at war earlier. No, they just don't like each other. Egypt did take Levanta and actually has full control of it, full loyalty. But I thought Egypt was in a normal age, and I thought Montezuma was in a golden age. Interesting. What is the place looking like right now? So we have a new era. Japan's rolling in first place, which makes sense because they just have a ton of room up here. By the way, what's science looking like with them? Sumeria is still just absolutely cruising on that. World Congress. Yeah, so with the World Congress, we're always going to try voting for whatever everyone else votes for. This one, I don't think matters. We'll do industrial because that's probably going to have the least impact on everyone. And I'm going to go here and just vote for Buddhism because no one's going to vote to condemn. And so then basically they have full control with whatever happens. Wait, I should be voting opposite of what they vote, shouldn't I? Yeah, anyways. All right, so this era, what ended up happening? Everyone got a normal age except special session, aid request. Okay, aid request. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. Then Poland, Montezuma, Cyrus, and Yaverman all got dark ages. I don't know if that Poland one's going to affect anything. Probably not. Bologna did get captured. Okay, cool. Return to game. Okay. Are the turn timers moving? Are we bugged? There you go. Apparently, that's one way to stop the game. Have a special session of World Congress that we can't do anything with. Bologna is flipping. It's actually going to flip right away in 2 turns. Who's that going to? Probably Poland, although Poland's in the Dark Age, so I'm not quite sure about that. Sumeria is looking to go build their city that they ended up losing to the Barbarians. They're going to try again. Question is, are you guys fighting yet? I don't think so, no, but they aren't a huge friend of each other. And my goodness, Barbarians are coming. And they have battering rams too, so this is the top tier spawnage of the Barbarians. The threat level is the highest. Probably, I think it's from this camp, yeah, because it's got another battering ram there. This is basically where you just kind of run and hide because the Barbarians are going really, really crazy. They do have a crossbow, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that city alive. Oh, wait, that's the capital, so they don't have to worry about it. It's not going to get conquered. So they should be fine long-term then. So Bologna, who are you flipping to? You're flipping to Sumeria. Interesting. Okay. Sumeria making a comeback. Remember, they have more science than anyone right now, so things are looking pretty good for them at this point. Poland, how are things going for you? It seems like everything's okay. You're starting to run out of room. The bigger issue is what's going to happen when you start butting up against Egypt here. And who is going to come and settle this little peninsula over here? That's going to kind of, I think, determine the positions. Who's in 1, 2, and 3? Tomris and Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, man, he's in freaking 3rd place, even though he ended up losing a city. Oh, the other thing is, if you've never watched these before, on the actual details, every wonder is worth 15 points. So an AI that builds a bunch of wonders is going to tend to make a lot of points. The other thing is religion really comes into play because the AI can sometimes get up to 100 points if they spread their religion far enough. So between like third and fourth, sometimes you just see a big difference in just because of religion. Speaking of which, so she has 14 in religion. Gilgamesh is 0 because he doesn't have one of the religions, and that's the difference in the point total right there. So who ended up with religions? Poland got one, Japan got one, Aztec got one, Persia, and Khmer. Usually 2 out of the 3 have a religion. Generally, someone that has a religion is going to make it over someone who doesn't have a religion. Now, every once in a while, it changes based on, great people and stuff like that and great works. You can start getting a bunch of points the other ways or in different ways. But the other thing is empire score, having a lot of territory tends to help too. So Buenos Aires is being conquered right now from both Japan and Sumeria. It looks like it's probably going to flip to Japan unless Sumeria ends up ninjaing it, which is probably not going to happen. The question is it going to remain loyal to Japan? And I think so. They have a lot more cities nearby, so I think that's going to be okay. Now, with Bologna flipping over, I'm wondering if, at some point we might see Susa start flipping. They are building a wonder there. Yeah, because he's in a dark age right now. Sumeria's in normal age. If Sumeria would have gotten a golden age, man. Whew, that would be really interesting. What are we looking at now? Everyone's in dark age right now. Or everyone's going to be in a dark age, rather. But it's still fairly early on. So, down here with the Aztecs, they're still struggling. What's military looking like for them? That's not the right one. Army. Montezuma's at 282. Cleopatra's at 147. They're both super weak. Scythia's kind of crazy. And Yavrman actually is not that strong. The other thing to note is Cyrus is at 661, England's at 241, Gilgamesh is at 203. So there are going to be some wars here, most likely. There might already be some wars. There are not some wars. But these barbarians, they have completely eradicated the capital of Khmer, but they can't take it. Barbarians can't take the capital because any city they take, they burn to the ground. So they're just going to infinitely burn this down to 0, which is kind of hilarious. They should go to another town. But anyways, are you now at war with someone? You're at war with Japan still. Interesting. Military emergency against Poland and a city-state emergency against Montezuma. Okay. So Poland is now at war with no one. And Montezuma is at war with no one? Or is it because we bugged out again? Might be because we bugged out again. All right, let's look the next turn and see what happened. Yeah, she's at war against Montezuma. Okay, here we go. So she's at war with Montezuma, England, and Gilgamesh. And then Montezuma's at war with her and Cyrus. Interesting. I don't know any of that is really going to matter except Poland versus England. That one could, we could see some fighting between that. Also, what? Okay, he does exist. A settler just didn't exist there. Because, you can't get to Montezuma. You can't really get to Poland. I mean, I guess you share a border, but not really. Bologna ended up getting walls back up on it. Okay, so, yeah, here's the thing. I think Sumeria should be able to survive a Persia attack, even though Persia had a pretty large army, just because right now he's starting to pop out some high-level troops. Looks like he finally got these barbarians taken care of too, so he finally got the vengeance there. The one thing that would really set back Persia right now, Sumeria, would be if Persia and Japan both declare war on him. That would be pretty catastrophic. So, gotta give credit to England where it's due. They're actually trying. They're bringing forces. They're going to do it. They're going to try it. Montezuma and Poland are at war with each other, to remember. Doesn't really look like they're attempting much. I mean, they have enough crossbow. They could really make some damage. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Barbarians are still going crazy over here. Scythia, still friendly with everyone. Yeah, no one backstabbed. And so she's backstabbed averse. Does that mean she doesn't backstab? I don't know if that actually works out the same way like Canada, where Canada actually can't because it's part of the rules. Just because the AI doesn't, like it doesn't mean that they're going to necessarily not do it, It's kind of like real life. You can sit there and say, hey, I'm totally for this or totally against this and just not actually prove it with your actions, That's why there's words like integrity in, the English language, because sometimes people don't have integrity, and I imagine the Civ 6 leaders are probably the same way. Okay, so Poland is now getting pushed. Poland must have a pretty small army at this point, because I'm not seeing a lot of troops. Where's Poland? Yeah, they have 0. They have 0 army right now. Okay. And Sumeria is bypassing Gdansk. Man, I'm terrible with Poland. I'm terrible with a lot of languages. And going for Krakow, which seems like just an absolutely terrible idea. Also, can we talk about how much damage those walls did to Sumeria? Oh, okay, because this is the district too. I was going to say, freaking one-hit that thing, man. I think that's a different night. So, recon units got... Why did we not get this one? All right, we didn't get to vote this time. Interesting. We voted the first time, though. So recons are losing 5 combat strength and no buildings in the city center. Cool. Thank God we knew how to shift enter. Otherwise, this would just be kind of a very awkward game as we can't progress it. Egypt is being sieged down by barbarians, but these barbarians are, I think, at like the first level of spawnage, not the second one where they get absolutely psychotic. So we'll see how that one plays out. Both of these encampments don't seem to be too dangerous yet either. I wish you could kind of hover over them and actually see what their threat level is. That would be really, really, really nice. Okay, bunch of knights coming down here, but not a whole lot's happening. Persia still doesn't seem to want to declare war on anyone. I think mainly because they've been at war with people, but they can't reach them. So it's kind of that catch-22 where it's like, I'm not going to declare war because I'm already at war, but I can't, you know, go meet them to actually use my troops. So Khmer has pushed back finally. Their crossbows have finally pushed back against the barbarian horde, and their capital is going to survive. So probably right in about time for Scythia to declare war. So I imagine Japan, Scythia, and Gilgamesh. Okay. Gilgamesh is 10 points ahead right now, but Poland is right there. But the thing is, you got to remember, Poland has no army, and Poland is under attack. I wonder if you took damage from the storm or not. Another special session is happening, an aid request for Cyrus. Okay. Let's take a quick look. Is Gilgamesh doing... See, this is the problem sometimes with the AI, is they just beeline a certain city. Like, I don't know he could really take any of these cities and hold it. Probably Nazca would be his best option. If he took Jerusalem, he probably could have Warclaw, but I just don't necessarily see that happening anywhere. And I keep seeing all these troops here. Are you friendly with Persia? Yeah, they're actually friends. Okay, that's good. Because if they're friends, well, I mean, that's worth noting at least. Because if they're friends, it's highly unlikely at some point they will declare war. Highly unlikely. It's going to take a few years. You are still friendly, but you haven't actually made friends yet with Khmer. I'm kind of surprised she didn't declare war on him at some point. Because they have been bordering each other since pretty much early on. So cartography is being popped out by a couple people. Gilgamesh, what are you looking at right now? Dude, he is schooling everyone in science. Science and culture doesn't really make that big of a difference, especially in the AI only series. Just because generally first and last place are still going to be pretty close together. Like 60, 54. I mean, that's a whole 6 points. Way down here. Oh, that's me. You're at 48. So that's a whole 12-point difference. That really is going to make a big of a difference. The wonders, 15 each. And the empire size is pretty big. And then the religion is just probably the hugest one. So let's see. Scythia actually has 4 wonders. And that's partly why she's in second place. What's the range here are we looking at? Yeah, I mean, we could probably go all the way down to Cleopatra's, all within range. Probably not of Japan. And the other thing is Japan's just going to keep rolling. Because Japan still has a lot of room to grow. And you can see they're starting to get aggressive towards these city-states. Eventually, they might have to fight. I mean, the only person they're really going to have to worry about fighting against is Sumeria. And it's not as if Sumeria is going to threaten them. No, not really. Japan's at 664. Also, what did this era look like? So Poland got a golden age. Interesting. Everyone else got a normal age except Montezuma with the dark age. Is that going to flip anything? Probably not. That means any chance Sumeria had of conquering a city is probably out the window. Now, Montezuma's really pushing hard here, and Sheffield took a lot of damage. I wonder if that was a storm or if that was maybe like a catapult or something like that, because that was a lot of wall damage. Interesting. Is England being invaded by Persia? That's what it looks like. No, not yet, but you're about to be. You're about to be. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff here, but it's just like, it's too hard to read this and talk and see what's going on. But pretty sure we're about to see Persia declare war here. I actually think Warsaw is probably going to flip. I don't know. That catapult did get conquered. I don't know. What's Poland's strongest? And you got musketmen. Yeah, nah, there's no way. There's no way. No way. Not with musketmen popping out. I think at the 50 garrison defense strength, you're probably going to be okay. Now, England, on the other hand, 32, 27, 27. You're in a bad spot here. He's only bringing immortals and a knight and a catapult, but still, that's weak, man. She did end up throwing Manchester down here, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Now, probably the biggest disappointment is Khmer, because Khmer has all of this room here, but they've just not been able to push back these barbarians, so they haven't been able to really, you know, exert as much, get as much empire score, I think, as they should. I think it's probably the way I wanted to describe that. Sumeria's been doing a really, really good job after losing that one city. They just keep pushing, keep pushing. I think they're probably throwing down another town here. We could probably do some city counting to see, you know, the differences here. Maybe you aren't going to declare war. Yeah, he still hasn't done it. Warsaw, looks like you're holding on now. How goes the Sumeria war? It looks like you peaced out. Now you're still at war with Sumeria, but Sumeria might have lost most of his army here. Yeah, Gilgamesh is down to 31. Is he at war with Persia? You're still friendly. Yeah, they're allies now. Okay, pretty much 0% chance then. Pretty much 0% chance they'll declare war at this point. You're at war with Persia, but I think Persia can't quite reach you. You know? I mean, there are ways through, but they're pretty kind of far out of the way, so it just doesn't really seem likely. Now, two things to keep in mind is culture, because whoever's making a lot of culture is going to be able to build wonders first. So Cleopatra has probably a lot of wonders that she can build that not others can build. And the same thing kind of works out with science to an extent, but there's less wonders in the science tree. So the downside with Cleopatra is she doesn't have a lot of cities, and her production's pretty terrible over here. It's mostly flatlands. So because of that, even though she can start these wonders early, it seems somewhat unlikely she's going to be able to finish them before everyone else. Montezuma's trying, man. He's trying. He got really screwed. I have to be honest. Montezuma got really screwed in this game, and he's doing pretty okay considering. At this point, Japan is definitely going to be able to make it. I think he's going to make it. He'll probably be the first one into the knockout rounds. And it looks like it's probably going to be Tomris at this point as well. And then I think it's going to be between Gilgamesh, Poland, probably Gilgamesh and Poland. I don't want to call it too early, but I think Cyrus might just have too much of a catch-up, especially considering he's allied with Sumeria. Now, if he declared war and actually started conquering England, that changes the game. But his troops are kind of dated at this point. He is maybe making enough culture that he could get some armies, perhaps. Cleopatra's making -4 gold. Japan's at -5? What the hell? Yeah, seriously. I actually like this and being able to see how much gold everyone's making per turn. Cyrus at 175. Oh my god. Yeah, he's set up for war. He's definitely set up to declare war on someone. So, probably got another 1 or 2 more episodes of this particular group stage. If we ever find ourselves where we end up, like we will start another group in an episode, by the way. So like if it's a 10-minute episode to end a group, we will go ahead and start the next group in an episode. So if you're like skipping ahead, I don't know, because you only want to see one group, well, you're going to maybe have to check between a couple episodes. So yeah, she's trying to build a couple wonders, but as I said, I don't think she's going to be able to get them out. Sumeria's knocking out the Cuirassiers. Okay, so he's got some pretty high-level units. Yeah, he's actually about to pop out. World Congress. What was that? Banana's got no amenities, and Scientific is not providing science. I don't know that matters, because there was no suzerain. And it only affects Tomris, Victoria, Gilgamesh, and Montezuma. I don't think it really screws over Montezuma or Gilgamesh's science. No, not at all. Not at all. Dude, he's making 200 science already at this point. He's rolling, man. Dude, I love the Nazca lines. They look so cool. They look so cool. But yeah, he's completely rolling. He has all these mountains here too. Plus then, like, this is what I needed for my freaking campus campaign. Because he's got a ton, no campus campaign rather. He's got a ton of ziggurat potential as well. Like almost all of this is ziggurat potential. But man, there is some sexy campus potential over here as well. Yeah, like he's making 8 science off of that. Oof. The Machu Picchu... Does that give science? No, it's standard for, industrial zones, commercial hubs, theater squares. Then why is that a +8? No, I think that's generating 8 with the university and library. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has the 50% or the 100% adjacency bonus. That's why it's a +8. Plus then the library, which is another 4, and the university, which is 6, correct? I think if I remember correctly. I should know these numbers, but honestly, I don't really pay that much attention. So we want library, which is 4. Nope, library's 2. That was my other thought. And then university's 4 or 6? 4. So plus another 6 in there. So this is a 14 science campus right there. That's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. And then if he has the 50%, if he has enlightenment, which I don't know if he has, he might be making even more science. Because he's got the adjacency bonus and he's got the population on it. Doesn't have the population though. Dog woke up. Freaking dog, man. She has been so crazy today. She's teething. She's at the end of her teething time. Like, probably only has a couple more weeks of it, but it's just been like, she turns into an absolute psycho dog. But anyways, I'm gonna have to put her in a cage so I can get another episode recorded, because I've been trying to record all day. If you look at the timer on the last one, it's just like, Okay, anyways, let's look at wars really quick. Can we pause the game, man? I would really like to pause the game. So Gilgamesh is not at war with anyone. Tamaris is not at war with anyone. Victoria is at war with Cyrus. It happened. It happened. It happened. Okay, so that one's going down. Cleopatra is at war with no one. Montezuma. Okay. Yaverman. Special session. Hey, this is a great opportunity for us to see what's happening. Yaverman's not at war with anyone. Cyrus is at war with Victoria. It won't let us switch. It won't let us switch people. Oh my god. Oh my god. 1 second. Parker, quiet. Settle. She's pretty good with commands, but she can also be very headstrong. So yeah, you're only at war with with Victoria. Then who else? Persia? I don't remember who else was on the list that we didn't get a chance to look at. Japan, you're not at war with anyone anymore. Egypt, I think, was one of the other ones. Is Egypt at war? No. Okay, so we have 2 wars basically going down right now. We have the Egypt/Aztec war. That one, Montezuma's at 199, Egypt's at 48. So Montezuma definitely has an opportunity. I mean, he really has a good chance to take Leventa or Necken if he really tries. But right now, all his troops are kind of in a weird spot. Nor does he have a lot of troops. And then over here, I think Persia's going to start mopping up. I think it's just a matter of time. The question is, does that put him in contention after I just knocked him out and said he wasn't in contention? I mean, I think he could catch up to Gilgamesh. I think he really could if he declares this war and starts taking some provinces. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. That's going to be next episode. For now, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like, comment. Let me know what you think. As always, hit a subscribe button. Join the GameCommon. Hit a subscribe button. I mean, subscribe to your YouTubers, man. Toss a coin to your YouTubers. Oh, value plenty. Anyways, I'll see you guys next episode. Later, everyone.